While this new Overwatch 2 hero, Hazard, just caught my attention. I've been following the game for a while, and it's always exciting to see how new heroes shake up the meta. Hazard, with that Scottish accent and gangster background, definitely adds some flair to the cast. From the looks of it, he's got a unique toolkit, especially as a tank. His ability seems to be, I would say, well designed, maybe, for team play and countering mobile heroes, which is something that we have seen a lot in the current meta. I really like the idea of his primary fire, Bonisper. Is that how you pronounce it? Bonisper? I don't know. And it's all about firing spikes at mid range. It definitely feels like he's going to be pretty good at pressuring enemies, especially those trying to get too close to you. It's a nice change of pace compared to the other tanks who rely more on shields or brute force. He seems to be the kind of tank who punishes mistakes, which is always fun to feel. Now, Jack Wall is another one of those cooler abilities, and I like how it can be launched at any surface and it knocks enemies back. That's going to be a huge game changer for disrupting enemies who try to dive in on the team. I could already imagine how effective this could be when trying to stop Genji or Tracer from flanking your supports. Plus, the fact that it deals damage makes it more of a threat than just a simple displacement tool. And now, the next ability, Spike Guard. That looks pretty amazing as well. Reducing damage taken while regenerating ammo sounds like it's going to be quite good, especially for longer engagements. And those homing spikes, definitely something to keep an eye on. I can see it being used to finish off low health enemies or even put pressure on the enemy tank who's trying to push forward. The second last one, Violent Leap. Now, this could be fun to use as it has a mobility option that allows you to lunge around and then recast it to knock enemies back. It's giving me kind of like a Winston vibe, but with a twist of being able to jump in and out of fights, which gives you some flexible in a tactical situation. Now, but the real showstopper is the ultimate downpour move. Now, this one involves a torrent of spikes that immobilize enemies in a wide area. Now, it sounds like it's great for setting up team wipes or helping your team secure a key objective, but I can already see it. I can already picture it being used in conjunction with ultimates like Bastions or Reapers for devastating combos. Now, his passive, known as Bolt, that's an interesting touch as well. Scaling short walls and grabbing ledges will allow him to reposition in ways other tanks cannot till now. This could be huge for both offense and defense, especially when trying to surprise enemies or escape a sticky situation. In terms of countering Hazard, it's good to see that there are plenty of heroes who can challenge him. Reinhardt, Boga, Orisa, and Sigma all seem to be like solid picks with their shields and team sustain, which could prevent Hazard from fully setting up. Having those shields in place will make it harder for Hazard to go for his full damage potential. Now, Ash, Soldier 76, Echo, and May seem like they're able to outrange Hazard, especially since he doesn't seem like he's built for long range fights. Now, that's a solid counter attack against him, especially if you can keep him at a distance. And now Anna, Lucio, and Zenyatta also seem to be good picks, especially if you can keep Hazard at bay with healing and shields while your team works to whittle him down. And now, one thing that I really appreciate about Hazard is his potential for counterplay. He's not just a go in and wreck everything type of tank. You have to be smart with your positioning, use your abilities at the right time, and rely on your team. It feels like Blizzard is really pushing for a more team oriented gameplay with this hero, which is always a big plus in my book. Now, in terms of gameplay tips, I think the key to playing Hazard effectively will be knowing when to engage and when to hold back. His abilities require you to read the enemy's movements and punish them for overextending. Focusing on team coordination will be key, especially when you are using him for the ultimate. Pairing him with Genji, Ilio, Bastion, Reaper, Venture, or Juno's ultimate sounds like a powerful combo to secure objectives. His wall ability is a great tool for protecting your teammates too, and I can already see some of you being able to use it to block off escape routes and or protect supports as they retreat. The verticality of the wall adds a complexity layer that we don't see often in other tanks, and I'm happy to see how players will be able to use it creatively. Now, one thing I would advise is to use his violent leap carefully. Jumping into a fray can be fun, but it's also important to not to be too greedy. If you leap in without proper support or without having a clear escape route, you might end up getting yourself into trouble. It will be key to use your leap to either initiate a fight or make a strategic retreat. And now, talking about his background story, I think it's pretty okay. He originally started out as a military recruit, trying to make a difference, but after some sort of tragic stuff, he turned to sort of gang for upgrades. And the cool twist is that he he also has a story of redemption and questioning the system, which is something that a lot of people might be able to relate to. So I think overall Hazard seems to be a well-rounded character with a lot of potential in the right hands, and he has a good balance of offense, defense, and utility, which make him a valuable pick for any team. And if you are into tank heroes that require a bit of strategy and positioning, Hazard is definitely one to watch out for, and I'm excited to see how he shakes up the meta once he is fully integrated into the game. That's about it. See ya.